Why motivation doesn't change habits and what actually does. Hi friends, let me start with something honest. If motivation worked, you'd already be living the life you want. You'd already be consistent, already disciplined, already confident. But you're not. And that's not because you're lazy. It's because motivation was never the thing that changes habits. Motivation feels powerful, but it's unreliable. It shows up when life is easy and disappears when things get uncomfortable. And habits are built exactly in those uncomfortable moments. So today, I want to explain why motivation keeps failing you and what actually creates real lasting change. Not theory, not slogans, just how the mind actually works. Why motivation fails. Motivation is emotional energy. It comes from excitement, hope, pressure, guilt, and fear. That means it depends on how you feel, and feelings change. One bad night's sleep, one stressful conversation, one small failure, and motivation disappears. Now here's the key point most people miss. Your habits are not controlled by motivation. They're controlled by familiarity. Your brain's job is not to make you successful. Its job is to keep you safe. And safe means predictable, familiar, known. Even if that familiar pattern is hurting you. That's why people go back to scrolling, procrastinating, avoiding, reacting, quitting too early. Not because they want to, but because the brain prefers the known over the unknown. The real driver of habit change. Habits don't change when you feel ready. They change when you act differently first. This is important. Belief does not create action. Action creates belief. Most people wait to feel confident, but confidence comes after you act, not before. Your brain watches what you do and then decides who you are, not the other way around. What actually changes habits? Let me give you the real mechanism. There are 3 things that change habits. 1. Interrupting the moment. 2. Shrinking the action. And 3. Updating the identity. Not motivation, not willpower, not pressure. Let's break these down. Interrupt the moment, not the habit. Most people try to fight the habit itself. That's too late. The habit has already won. You don't change habits at the action. You change them 1 second before the action. That tiny moment when your hand reaches for the phone, your mouth opens to react, you feel like quitting. That's the moment that matters. So instead of fighting the habit, you change the body. For example, before you start scrolling, put the phone face down. Before you snap at someone, take 1 slow breath. Before you quit, do the smallest next step. An email, 1 sentence, 1 attempt, 1 physical change interrupts the loop. Your mind follows your body. Shrink the action until it's doable. Most people fail because they aim too big. They tell themselves, I need to change everything. That overwhelms the nervous system, so the brain retreats to the old habit. Instead, shrink the action until there's no fear. Not, I need to exercise more, but stand up and take a short walk. Not, I need to study properly, but say one sentence out loud. Not, I need to calm down, but one slow breath. Drop the shoulders. Small is not weak. Small is how change survives. 3. Update the sentence you say about yourself. This part is crucial and often misunderstood. Do not change your self-talk before action. Change it after. Why? Because your brain believes evidence, not affirmations. So after you pause, instead of reacting, say, I'm someone who pauses. After you take one small step, say, I'm someone who starts. Don't say, I'm trying to change. Say what you just did. Your identity updates through action. And once identity shifts, habits follow naturally. Why this works long term? This isn't force, it's alignment. You're not fighting yourself, you're guiding yourself. Old habits don't need punishment, they need interruption. Pause the body, shrink the action, update the sentence. That's it. That's how habits change quietly, without burnout. Let's bring this home. So here's my question for you. What habit does your mind keep going back to? Not to judge it, just to notice it. And next time that moment appears, try one interruption. Just one. That's how change begins. Okay, friends? Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.